This drill is so simple, helps so many of my students. It takes a little bit of coordination. But feet together bounce drill is just completely changing people's ideas of how to use the ground. It changes their quality of strike. You could do it a little with driver, predominantly it's iron, certainly in practice, but the principles apply for all golf clubs. So hitting good iron shots consists of you using good kind of horizontal force, vertical force, and torque forces through the ground. But what we're going to do is we're going to take away a few to try and get you the feeling of a better vertical force. And then in turn, we're going to take away the chance of these kind of swaying actions that create these kind of weak, horrible, floppy strikes. And then by getting a little bit more kind of centered rotations with some jumping out of the ground ideas, you're going to find that your iron play is just, it'll be in a very different place, I promise you. All you're going to do is stand there with your feet together, opposite the ball, and now I want you with a medium iron, and in my hand I've just got an 8 iron here. You can hit kind of an 8 iron, 9 iron wedges if it makes you feel comfortable. I'm going to try and make as big a turn as I can without falling over, while at the same time trying to push into the ground and out of it when I hit my shot. So I'm going to turn, and then I'm going to push down to then come up to hit the ball. And what I'm going to do is I'm really going to try and feel and associate this action to a good amount of force. And I'm going to try and associate turning as far as I can with my feet together to get me the feeling of when I sway across or have this temptation to really just pull off the ball, I'm going to fall over. Or vice versa, if I try and turn while leaning forwards, it's just going to knock me down. If you're someone who is a bit of a trouble kind of swaying up in here on the backswing, not going to work. If you're someone who wants to chase the ball, this is the most common one, kind of chase it down and forwards. Cool, I had to take a step there to save myself. Because we're focusing the center of your turn being more over the ball. So left shoulder down, trail shoulder down, lead shoulder down, right shoulder down, these kind of ideas. While at the same time, trying to give this action in there to make sure we've got that power going. Just watch this. If I hit a regular 8 iron, you know, give it a good smack, but not crazy. Like that one's flying like 160, 165 yards through the air. Now what I'm going to do is go feet together, no bounce, but try and hit it. So I'm just going to kind of turn and turn. This is a good way of doing it if the bounce is a bit too much. That one's flying like 125, 130. Now I'm going to go feet together, turn and turn, but I'm going to put bounce in there as well to get some verticals going. Now we're starting to see not far off my normal speeds. I mean, that one's flying 160, 165 yards. When you're in your full golf action, you're going to have rotations, tilts, bends, extensions, twists in your arms, body shifts of movement, shifts of your arms, big parts of your body, like loads going on. And yeah, we've seen the footage of the best players, you know, top of the backswing, they're kind of really dropping and then really extending into it. We see these ideas of their feet jumping. But it's hard to get into the whole package when you've got so many other moving parts. So the idea of removing this force to get rid of your sway, which is an absolute bonus, but at the same time concentrating just on timing the down and up action. So again, good shoulder turn down and then up in to hit the ball. You'll be amazed at how far you can hit the ball, and you'll be amazed at how good your striking becomes doing this. This drill's a great way to warm up. It's a great way to improve your strikes. You can even hit shots with this on the golf course. But if you really want to improve your golf over time, you need to be careful of the way you're trying to turn your shoulders as well. And this idea can help with that because you can get your shoulders turning more down at the ball. If you start doing this idea, start rotating your shoulders flat, which is what lots of people do, again, you just fall off the ball. So it encourages for better tilts in your shoulders. Now, if you want to learn how to use your shoulders, this video of not turning your shoulders that hurts so many people really goes into depth a lot more, which will help with this idea if you start turning this way.